Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to turn this down some. Post a quick video response here to DMBB 1239's thread that he put up about a week or two ago. I just stumbled across it this morning actually, so I said I was going to post a response to it when I got home from work. Really cool thread. It was basically kind of a make your own top 10 thread where you just pick some type of subject and make a top 10, and it's best if you don't duplicate somebody else's. I haven't actually seen anyone else's videos for it yet, so I hope I'm not duplicating it. But I don't think I am, but you know, if so, I'll make another one somewhere down the line. But congratulations on subscribers. I just kind of found your channel actually. The video that you did with Lazarus, you guys were talking about the Iron Maiden concert and all of that, and he kind of directed me to your channel, and I stumbled across it, subscribed this morning, and there you go. I don't know, again, it just shows how big the BC is getting, where, you know, before, every one person that came along, you know, it was easy to pounce right on them. It just popped up, but now it's like so many people that you can go forever without actually subscribing to people's channels. But, again, I want to jump on board and do a response to your thread. Very cool question. I first thought about doing a thread of top 10 the best, simplest album covers, just kind of picking out the 10 best based on their simplicity. Wasn't quite liking that one as much when I started getting into like my 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th pick. So what I ended up doing was I'm going to do the top 10 band logos, so to speak. So, you know, basically, like, you know, the way their names are written and just kind of, well, the logo, kind of the stamp that represents the band. So I had 2 honorable mentions, and then I'll do a 10 through 1 and go from there. But that's my thread. Alright, so let's start here. First honorable mention, not a complex one, but I think it's a very cool one, which is Slayer. I mean, I don't know, like I said, it's very simple with the little slash, look like they were, you know, done with like regular paintbrush or whatever, but I don't know, I've always thought that's kind of a cool one. So that's honorable mention number 1. I want to make sure I threw in there. And then the same thing here with Testament, another honorable mention. I've always liked this symbol too. It's very bold, very medievalish. It has like a lot of I don't know, I always get the sense of like huge medieval axes and stuff like that when I see that symbol. So again, that adds some natural power to it, I think. So, excuse me, Testament's a very good one. And I also love the fact that, like, I mean, some bands don't do this, but Testament has always stayed very consistent with, you know, that the big Testament kind of being always right there at the top of their albums and being a very defining thing. That's a good album, by the way, too. If anyone's never heard of that, make sure you check it out. Practice what you preach. So those were the 2 honorable mentions, and now we will start with the top 2. I'm sorry, top 10 down. Number 10, I'm sure a lot of people in the BC will agree with this. I should say too, I kind of focus strictly on hard rock and metal. I didn't bring a lot of other genres into it, so that helped kind of narrow it down. So number 10, ZZ Top. I mean, the double Z's have been a, you know, kind of a mainstay for them since forever. I'm sure some of you out there have had the gold or silver double Z keychains, you know, back when you were in high school or junior high. But I've always thought that was a very, very cool band logo. So between the double Z's and the car, which last time I was at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they had the car there, which is really cool. So those 2 things definitely kind of define ZZ Top. Number 9, and forgive me if I get off somewhere in my count, so I'm going to say that right now, because I have a fear I will. But number 9, another band we've talked about quite a few times, Def Leppard. Of course, you guys have seen that symbol a zillion times before. And look at that, I didn't pull out the other one I always pull out when I'm talking about Def Leppard, Hysteria. This is Pyromania. But yeah, I think the Def Leppard symbol, it's very, very defining, number 1. And I don't know, it's just one of those symbols that have gotten beaten into your head over the years. You get to see it so much. So that's number 9. Number 8, another one that's based on or I think I should say the simplicity of it is kind of the genius of it. And number 8 goes to Korn. And this is a 12-inch single for Falling Away From Me. But I think it's the best Korn album I have, which has the biggest symbol there. But again, very, very simple. And that little reversed R, I think, just does. There's something very creepy about that. And I think maybe that comes from too. When I first experienced Korn, it was through Follow the Leader, I believe. So when you have like the little kids running out to the, over the little cliff or whatever on the photo art there, and then that little reversed R, which is kind of a very, childish thing to do, if you will. Someone doesn't know how to write yet, that type of thing. There's just a real creepiness that was brought into that for me. And ever since then, whenever I see that Korn, there's something strange about it, which is good. That's what I think what a good logo, if you will, should bring to the table. Should make you feel something when you see it. So number 7, and this is one too that I think maybe people don't think about as much, and I'll probably get a few laughs, if not negative comments about it. But I think another great logo that gets overlooked a lot is the Rat logo. I don't know. I mean, it is a very, very solid logo, especially with the double T's at the end, the way they did that. I don't know. I think it's a very good logo. And again, I'm saying logo. You guys know what I mean. I just think it's really cool. I just leave it at that. So that goes up to number, what's that, 7 on my list? Yeah. So number 6, I give up to Twisted Sister. And it's kind of the name too. I mean, the way they wrote Twisted Sister, but obviously the TS is definitely the big shebang with their logo and their stamp, if you will. So Twisted Sister gets spot number 5. And now, or spot number 6, I'm sorry. And now we're getting into the top 5. Okay, so the number 5 best band logo of all time, in my opinion, hard rock and metal we're talking about here, goes to Metallica, which I'm sure a lot of you might have thought I would have put it a lot higher, and a lot of you probably thought I would have held up Master of Puppets to demonstrate that, but tried to mix it up a little bit. But yeah, Metallica, middle section is pretty whatever, but the A and the M on the ends have kind of just a very, very powerful context to them, to where, again, you can recognize that from across the room, and I just think that's a kind of a simple yet very cool band logo as well. So that's number 5. Number 4 is going to go to the one and only Van Halen, the infamous VH. Very, very powerful symbol there. And definitely kind of captures him very well. I mean, that's I've always kind of thought this symbol is kind of like this was the next step of like Journey, if you will. Journey always had all that space stuff going on with, with the bugs and all flying, kind of like the animated, kind of seemingly bigger than life type thing, the way Journey did all of that. And this symbol to me was kind of like, this was taking that Journey stuff, those Journey covers to the next level. It's still kind of, big, in your face, monstrous things coming at you in terms of like enormous size and powerful things coming at you, but with more of a rock element to it. And I don't know if that makes sense to any. I mean, again, that's what's going on in my head in connecting with the emotions I feel behind it. So it probably doesn't make sense to you guys at all what the heck I was just trying to say. But Van Halen is definitely going to be number 4 on the list for band logos. So, you guys take a minute, maybe think about what the top 3 are. Okay, minute's over. Not really. But number 3 on my list goes to Iron Maiden. I think Iron Maiden has the #1 mascot of all time in Eddie. I mean, without question. But I think as far as their symbol goes, I had them at #3 on my list. And I don't know. Again, no reason to really explain why. I mean, it's Iron Maiden. I mean, that symbol is just, their logo there is just legendary. And #2 on my list, the runner-up for best band logo of all time goes to AC/DC, which again is one you don't really have to explain. I mean, it's AC/DC. You know, legendary symbol there. And I know I mentioned this in a video a long time ago, probably a year or two ago, but one of the things that I always think about when I see this symbol was when they were doing an interview, someone was interviewing him, and he made the comment that, you know, people always ask me if I'm AC or DC, and I tell them neither. I'm the lightning bolt in the middle, which to me is just one of the best quotes of all time, because if that doesn't sum him up, I don't think anything does. But it's like, I think about that every single time I see the AC/DC logo. But that's definitely the runner-up. That's a classic symbol there. And I'm sure by now it's probably very easy for all of you to figure out, for the most part, what I think the #1 band logo is of all time. Because I'm sure most of you would probably say this is one of the #1 logos of all time, even if you don't like the group. KISS, without question. You cannot deny the KISS. I mean, that's just like, I don't know. That's just one of those things. It's just. There's nothing else I can say about it. But without question, that's the best band logo of all time. I mean, it's long lasting. It's forever lasting. It's everybody recognizes it, whether you like the band or not, whether you know the band or not. Everyone has seen, everyone recognizes, and will acknowledge that band label. So there you go. That's my top 5 band logos. And again, guys, I know technically it's not a logo, so please don't make a zillion comments about, you know, it's not really logo. I understand that, but it's just easier to say it in the context of doing the video. So thanks for watching, guys, and let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any you think I miss. Maybe some you would have thrown in there. I'd be very curious about that. But I did also too try to base it on mainly stuff that I had, so there might have been a few bands out there that I don't have vinyl records of them, but never put anything on vinyl that have pretty cool logos and that type of thing, and, you know, didn't quite get it worked in there. But anyway, thanks for watching, VC. Again, congrats on the subscribers and the contest, and we will talk to you guys soon. All right, take care, guys.